Hey everyone, Dex here. During some control matches, I actually was getting killed by someone in an out of bounds area on the map Exodus Blue. So I decided to load into a private match and see if I could replicate and find the spot that they were actually in. I had our one of my mods here, I'll pass our Taco, come in and help us out. Thank you very much, Taco, in his terribly green Titan. So the first way in is if you're using a hunter with stompies. You can actually just jump clean over this fence, and I believe this used to be an out of bounds spot in Destiny 1, but it is accessible now. It was a little harder for our Titan friend here to actually get over this, so we ended up finding a different route for him to get out of bounds, which we'll show a little bit later. But from these out of bound areas, you can still see enemies, you can shoot them, you can do damage. So scout rifles, sniper rifles, anything like that will work at most of these distances, including a spot we found a little bit later. That's pretty close quarters. So as you can see, just getting over that barrier there is the biggest issue. So the second way you can get up here is actually jumping on top of this car. Jumping onto this ledge here. And then again, jumping over top of the barrier here and landing right on the other side onto here. Again, our Titan friend still had a little bit of an issue getting up here, so we found a different route for him a little bit later. As you can see, there is some turn back zones around here as well, but right in the top here isn't actually a turn back zone. So you can jump up over this way, and where the guy was actually killing me from was right here on top of this beam. So if you actually crouch out and stand on this beam, you can see to the far side of the map where the spawn is and actually knock out a few shots from here as well. Depending on the angle you're sitting at and where you're watching from, this is extremely hard to see somebody. When I got killed from here, I actually thought it was a Dawnblade doing a float, but then I realized that he wasn't actually floating, he just wasn't moving at all. Once you're in this spot, you actually do have quite the free roam of the map. You can wrap pretty much all the way around to the other side. As you can see here, one of the other nice long lines of sight you can see and use your scout rifle from or snipe from. We're gonna wrap around a little bit more here. So here we're on the other side of the map. And if you're actually standing up on these pillars here, you can still shoot into the map. You can snipe as well. This is a little bit closer range than the other ones as well. So this is a way you can get around to the other side of the spawn. This is also the area we're able to find a way for the Titan to get up here and get through the barrier as well. So the big pillars that do surround the map here are actually empty. They don't have any solid surface, so you can't get up higher on top of those and have a vantage point from there. You cannot shoot through this, as well as you can't be shot through it at somebody. Grenades don't go through, none of that stuff, so. This isn't for people to use this glitch. This is to educate and show that this exists. If you see people doing it, that's bad. In addition to that, I'm hoping someone from Bungie sees this, or we get some traction and people can get notified and start fixing these barriers so it doesn't actually happen. So here you're actually able to see our Titan did find a way to get up on top of one of the platforms here. So this is the route that our Titan did actually take to get through, and then you drop right through these holes here. So this gate here was a little bit strange. I did notice that there was a hole here, and you could actually fire through it. So the little hole in the grate, the little hole in the fence here, you can actually shoot through, which makes this really dangerous because he can kill me, and it's very hard for me to shoot him through that hole. Now it is only one tiny line of sight you can use from there, but it would still be extremely frustrating when trying to take somebody out if they ended up being back in that zone there. Shooting at him here doesn't work. Using explosive rounds doesn't do anything through the fence. Once I get close enough and I really line up the shot, I do end up getting a few hit markers on him, but you need to be very close shooting through that gate to be able to get it. So here we'll do the jump over on the pipes. So you jump over top here, slide down, land inside the map. You want to just land right on the other side of the rail here, and then you're safe in this zone. Land over here, past the little barrier line, and then you're set on the back end here. There is this little hole, kind of like a window here. You can't actually shoot anybody through it. Nothing goes through, unlike the other sections of the map. It just kind of bounces off a wall there. Some of these areas here you can drop down into as well. Just watch out for any turn back zones. And then this is the sniper perch where I was being shot at and decided to find out how to get there. As you can see, it is quite difficult to see him crouched up over there. Especially even though he's bright lime green for this. So any other colors like whites or black, you would not be able to see him very well at all. The only time you can see him is if the cursor actually, you know, if your reticle goes over top of him and his name lights up. Beyond that, it is extremely hard to see when they're crouched up there in that corner. So hopefully you guys found this useful, and if you do happen to get killed by somebody by this, I am sorry. This video is to bring attention to it for Bungie so they can fix the out of bounds zones so that they don't ruin people's PvP experiences, like what happened to me earlier today. If you do see somebody up there, make sure to give them one of these from Dex. Hope you guys liked the video. If you guys can, drop a thumbs up. A like on the channel is always appreciated. Subscribe for future content. If you want to drop by while we're live on twitch.tv/Dexival. Be great to have you around for some of our conversations, and enjoy the gameplay. See you in the next one.